starting the second half. Of course, De La Salle receives, so it'll be Folsom's turn to get a slice again. They ended the half on pretty good terms, on the exception of a 30-second ultimately kneel down. That was a dominant performance, I'd say, by Marken. I mean, he kind of did what he wanted, used the guys at his disposal, his studs, used Flores, used Maxi Parlor to his advantage when no one expected it, and then got a few good penalties and almost converted on a good play to Flores in the left corner. It was broken up, of course, by Santiago, the DB, who's on Flores all night, like white on rice. But, they were like one or two plays away from really just grabbing this game and putting in a chokehold. But De La Salle stepped up, made a big play, forced a kick from Tremaine. But so far, it's been mainly Folsom. Minimal things to show for De La Salle on the statistics side of things. But I tell you what, they're playing hard, and they are not out of this. No way. 10-0, that is nothing. That could be wiped away in 3 plays. Still haven't seen a big play from Greer yet, but like I said, Greer's due. The Fresno State running back surely make a play. I've been saying this all night, and not just because I was a kicker in high school, but because I'm watching him kick right now. I bet it's going to come down to the wire. I bet it's going to be a kicker v. kicker situation. We got 2 good kickers with big legs. This game is promoting some sort of a lower, scoring total. I mean, if you took the under on this game, you probably hit. Again, no gambling in California, not yet. But so far, it's been Folsom, and the defenses on both sides. I got nothing else to report on that end. It's been great football. A lot of energy from the defensive ends on both teams. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot more from De La Salle second half. This is their revenge game against Folsom. No way they're just going to allow these guys to come in to Concord and show them up. It's certainly not a scoreless effort. So expect some scoring out of De La Salle, but perhaps maybe Max getting into his groove. We haven't seen that much from Flanagan offensively for De La Salle, so that's something to keep track of, the Notre Dame-bound tight end, while his equally powerful Notre Dame counterpart, Flores, has been quite visible. Offensively, that is. But yeah, we're about to kick off here in a minute or so, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening into Game Mic. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mic.
Have you always wanted to be a sports broadcaster but didn't know how to get started? Well, Game Mic allows you to go out and practice, just like we need to practice as athletes. You can't get better without work, so gain that experience on Game Mic.
Are you a parent with
And welcome back. De La Salle is getting ready to kick things off. We got Spencer Bryan, holding his favorite football, I'm sure, and a big old tee, ready to tee off down the field. I haven't seen that breakout special teams play yet tonight. That's something, with punting and the more kickoffs we get, I want to see. Of course, I'll take anything I can get from up here, but I'm looking forward to seeing that big play. And we got a lot of big-time playmakers on the field right now, and it's been kind of chip kind of a game. We haven't seen that big play yet. Now, I'm looking at a playmaker right now in Flores, setting back to return him and number 5, Greco Carrillo, excuse me. So let's see what these two guys got in store for the De La Salle kickoff team. As Spencer Bryan gets ready to take his steps It's a very calculated thing, mind you. The kicker's routine, I know from experience, is very meticulous, very matter of fact and precise. Here's the kick from the middle. Big boot from Bryant. Looks to go right to Flores. He took it from his own 2-yard line. They're moving to the middle. Oh, shakes off a couple of guys. Still on his feet. Still yet to be brought down. Tangled up with a couple of De La Salle guys before he's finally tackled down at the 26-yard line. Good little return from Flores. Really shook somebody off there. Pardon the excitement in my voice, but you could hear the clack of the pads from up here as Flores just shook off De La Salle defender. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Right hash as Mack trots back onto the field. He does look like Herbert, I'm telling you, just the way he kind of moves, his size. I want to see that Herbert arm. I know he's got it. The Pac-12 schools know he's got it too. That's why they're going after him. Flores in motion. Here's a jet sweep to Flores. He's got an edge. Oh, he's making a move on the left. Big play. 10-yard gain for Flores off the jet sweep to the left. A fresh set of downs for the Dogs. That was a big play. And we have looks like that's Maxie Parler in the backfield. Here's Mack in the gun. Snap's good. Here's Parler. Gets a good block from his guard. Shakes a guy. Met in the backfield. In the right side, that's number 10. That's Grant Wells. Making a big play down the right sideline. A loss of 5 yards. There's been a lot. I didn't expect Folsom to run the ball this much. I'm not going to lie. I thought with 245 yards per game in the air, I figured they'd throw more. This is a lot of running. Very interesting. Very surprising. 2nd and 14. We'll call it 15. Here's Mack from the gun. Steps back. Comfortable in the pocket. Throws a dart to the middle. That's Ontario Smith Jr. Gain of about we'll call it 7 yards. Brings up 3rd down and about 8. From the middle of the field, this is Mack at his own 40. From the middle of the field, we have 2 wide receivers on each side. Coach doesn't like something. They're talking things over right now. A lot of chit-chat between Coach and Mack tonight. Here we go. From the gun, here's Mack. Takes a snap. Looking to his left. Pass is blocked. Incomplete. That's blocked at the line of scrimmage by number 24, John Arcidiacono. Very, very familiar name. I'm a little Italian, but that sounds like the same Villanova, right? The point guard, Villanova point guard who set that screen for Jenkins, Chris Jenkins. And anyway, that's the basketball knowledge of me. Big play by Arcidiacono in very necessary time. Brings up 4th and 8 from the 40 as Tremaine comes in with the rest of the punt team. Here's the snap. Snap's a little low. Snap was muffed. A low snap. Tremaine falls on it, but that's way back, way into Spartan territory. Big play by the defense. That brings up 1st down for the Spartans at the 15-yard line. They're loving their field position right now. The crowd is back on their feet after a little lifeless opening start to this half from the crowd. Now they're excited. Now they're energetic as the Spartans take over from the 15-yard line. What a start. This is Sui in a QB right now. Under center, 2-back set. Here's the snap. It's to Greer going to his left. Big hole. He's still on his feet. Pushing through the pylon. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans. Charles Greer with a 15-yard run as he bulldozes his way through all sorts of backers and safeties. Big play from the Fresno State-bound running back and necessary juice for this crowd. 6-10. Folsom still leads as Spencer Bryan attempts the point after. Takes his steps back. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. It's up, and it's good. And just like that, folks, one play later, 7-10. As I said, here's the juice. Thanks to Charles Greer. Big play by him, bringing the house and his whole team on his back on that one play. You see the power. Tedford's probably stoked he's getting a stud. Jeff Tedford, head coach of Fresno State. What a change. This game quickly changed. Folsom crowd right now is silent because they wondered what the heck just happened. A disaster punt turned into a quick score by Greer, and now Spencer Bryan to kick things off. This is exactly the kind of juice De La Salle needed. I mean, it's obviously 10 points. You're never out of it, but they seem quite lifeless, from a efficiency side. They always got those plays, but they weren't converting on fourth down. They had a few penalties on defense. Now they get a blessing and they cash their check. Here's Bryan to kick. And we're off. Deep kick, way over the head of Flores. It's a touchback. And here comes Mac again. As the Spartans come back on the field to play D. Change of pace, change of personnel. I see some new faces out there. Looks like number 75, De La Salle, is running on the field. That's Kai Muanonuapela. A lot of very challenging names for me tonight, but I'm always up for the challenge. Here we go. Mac from the gun. There's a snap. It's a handoff to actually Parler. He shakes a couple of guys, still on his feet, makes a move until he's tackled at his own 26. It's a gain of about, we'll call it 7. 6 or 7 or 8. It's one of the three. Big play by the running back. He's been solid tonight. That's a surprise key figure tonight for Folsom. Their success. I was honestly expecting it just to be all Mac, but Maxie Parler and Abram Woodson have come in and really, really taken this game over for Folsom. Here's Parler again. Big hole in the middle as he well crosses his way over the first down marker. That's a gain of about 10. Moving the chains again. As it brings up 1st and 10 from the Folsom 37. And now we have a new running back. That is Abram Woodson. Santiago versus Flores matchup is still very entertaining as they're on the near sideline. I'm talking things over right now with Coach. Folsom is. A little shift on the offensive line here, and he might not get this play off. Out of the gun. Here's Mac. Handoff to Woodson. He is stuffed in the backfield by De La Salle. Brings up 2nd and about 11. Good play by a couple of De La Salle Spartans on that one, working as a team. That's what I've noticed tonight. There's not a lot of solo tackles. It's a lot of hats flying to the ball. A lot of teamwork on defense. That sounds corny, but it's working. 2nd 11. Here's Mac from the gun. Takes the snap, looking to his right. Finds Flores. Makes the catch. Before he's pushed out of bounds right at the marker. It looks like he got enough for the first. He did. 1st and 10 Folsom. With another all-reliable 10-yard pass to the all-reliable Rico Flores Jr. You guessed it. 1st and 10 from about the 48-yard line, we'll call it. Mac, empty backfield. Excuse me. Wait, it's coming. Sorry, there was a flag distracted me. It was on empty backfield. It was a handoff to Woodson, but it looks like this is going to be wiped off because there was a clear hold. Yeah. Clear hold. Apologize for that one, folks. There's a lot going on with the hold. I just was completely caught in a trance. Coming back, 10-yard penalty. First and 22. For the Bulldogs. They're going to want that one back. Costly mistake there, definitely. That was a big play. Here's Mack from the gun. In the pocket, comfortable. Finds Norberg, his solid tight end. That picks up about 7 yards. Before he's pushed out of bounds. Lessen the bleeding on this one. It's 2nd and 14 now. From their own 45-yard line. Looks like they got tight set here. The receivers are hugging the line. Oh, big shift. A little switcheroo here. So we got a trips right with Flores on the inside. Going to force a backer to guard him. There's Mack from the gun. Moving in the pocket. He's on the move now. He's outside. Picking up 5, 10, 12 yards before he's running out of bounds. It was Mack with a quick scramble to avoid some about 12 yards, brings up 3rd and 4 after the penalty to start the fresh set of downs. 3rd and 3, excuse me. 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. As Mack has a 2-back set. He's motioning Norberg to the left. There's a snap. Comfortable in the pocket. Looks left. Finds his tight end. Big catch. A lot of contact there. A couple bobbles, but he brings it in before he's hit at the 25-yard line. Big catch and gain for the tight end, Norberg. Looking like a George Kittle out here with the hand-eye coordination, absorbing the contact. And he's got that black shoulder situation, just like Kittle. The shoulder guard could have fooled me. 1st and 10, 25. Here's Mack, hands it off to Maxie Parley. Good little run here, still on his feet up the middle, picks up about 9 yards. That guy's tough to bring down. That guy is a tough dude to bring down, my Lord. I mean, he was met by a few defenders, I would say, a yard into his run, and he just took him. I mean, don't make no mistake. 5'9", 170 pounds. Every inch, every pound on that dude is just power. He is a hard man to tackle. Brings up 2nd and 2 from the 20. There's Mack from the gun. It's Parley again. Shakes a couple guys up, moving to his left. He's at the 10-yard line, shifts in for the touchdown. Wow. Great run. Donovan Maxey Parler. Got a 20-yard run, no problem. Cash your check. Really good move in there. I mean, he was, again, met by contact early, shifted him off. Took 5 more yards, cut in, then cut outside before he found nothing but green grass in the end zone. Here comes Tremaine to tack on an extra point here after the big run by the beast of a running back. Here's the snap. It's a little low. Here's the hold. It's up. It's good. Solid. Another solid kick from Tremaine. Another great drive from Folsom. And another awesome display of pure power by the running back, Maxie Parler. My goodness. Super, super cool to watch him just bulldoze over people. As this game has just been back and forth this second half. 17-7 Folsom over De La Salle. 6 minutes to go in the third. That was a necessary answer. I mean, if you gave the ball back to De La Salle quickly in that drive, you could feel the crowd was vibrating, everyone was moving, and the energy was flowing. That might have been a costly mistake, but you did exactly what you needed to do if you're Folsom. You shut this crowd down. You know, the band's going. God bless them, but sends a pretty good kick into the end zone on the far left side. That's good for a touchback and a fresh set of downs for the Spartans. as they hopefully provide their own answer to the quick score by the Bulldogs. So that's, I guess the summary of the night so far is great defense, both sides, no doubt about that. But the run game from Folsom has been amazing. Really, really good, really strong and efficient drives and getting what they need to get done when it's necessary. Here's Suey from the center. He hands the ball off to Greer. Wants his own stat 9 as he takes his man for another yard before he's brought down after a 2-yard gain on the right side. You expected the heavy ground game from De La Salle. And you're getting it right now. You know, with Greer had that last drive, and it definitely displayed why he's going to Fresno State. And, you know, with Favai having a good spurts of picking up yardage near the end of the first half, but it's been all Folsom on the ground tonight. There's 2nd and 7 from the 21-yard line. Suey steps back to pass. It's on the dirt. Short, intended for Blanche. Brings up 3rd and 7. That's Joseph Chavez again. Just all over the place on defense. I mean, he's just been a heat-seeking missile for the ball, for contact, for everything. He's been hard to miss him. He's been very, very loud tonight. And obviously very helpful for this Folsom defense. Here we go. 3rd and 7 from the 21. We got a shotgun formation from Suey. Single back set with Greer to his right. Steps back into the pocket, looking down. Oh, changed his mind. He's going to be on the move now. He's running, making a move for the marker. Looks like he fell just short as he made a dive out of bounds right before the marker. It looks to be 4th and about a foot from their own 30-yard line. Suey's a little banged up on that play, a little hopping back to the huddle. He's staying on the field. The whole offense they're going for this one. Wow, this is a gutsy play call, Coach. 4th and 1 from the 31. Handed off to Greer, and excuse me. It wasn't Greer, it was Suey. Took it himself. It was a fake. Well, I mean, faked me out, faked the whole defense out. He tucked it back in after he faked the handoff to Greer and took 2-yard dive himself before he converted on 1st down. Getting the 1st down on 4th down. Still looks a little banged up, though, from that play he had 2 plays earlier where the dive out of bounds. You see there's a slight limp as he's moving under center right now. 2-back set. Twins left. Santiago on the left side. It's a handoff to Blanche. He's still on his feet as he runs to his right before he's brought down after 6 yards. Looks like they're asking for a face mask. I did see a face mask. No longer on the field. 2nd and 4. The 38 after a gain of 6 from number 22. No, I'm sorry. Not 22. Yes, 22. Derek Blanche. Looking at the wrong roster. Here we go. 2nd and 4. Oh, quick handoff to Greer is quickly met by number 44. That is Jace Mixon. As Greer ran into a wall. Mixon saw that play from the second it was snapped. He just cleaned out the house. Big play by Jace. Brings up about 3rd and 5 for a loss of 1 yard. I'd be very surprised if they didn't go for it here. If they're in a 4th down situation, they would go for it again. Is my assumption. After going for it on their own 30. Here's the play. Handoff to Greer. Gets a couple of yards, and he pushes his way over a couple of Bulldogs, getting the 1st down. Powerful 7-yard run out of Charles Greer, proving why he is the baddest man on the field right now. As the chains move, 1st down Spartans. I mean, these 2 running backs, both of them, are very clearly demonstrating that time in the weight room pays off because they are carrying guys with every run. Every run. Here's 1st and 10. Quick handoff to Greer. He picks up another 5-yard gain. Getting tackled at the 50 by Lucas Hardiman. So this quarter has flown by. We got 2 minutes left, 17-7 Folsom. A lot of running, very slow burn here, this drive, using a lot of plays, but this is the Greer effect of just breaking defenses down like Derrick Henry in the NFL. Delayed handoff. Suey finds Blanche for a quick pass. That's good for a first, maybe some more. First down Spartans after a little out route, after a fake to Greer. Very delayed play action from Suey there. And Blanche did the rest. 9-yard little catch and run there. First down Spartans from Folsom 39. Knocking on the door here yet again. From the gun, it's handoff to Greer. Swallowed up by a lot of Bulldogs. Gain of about 3 or 4.
Tackles made by Mason Kelly on the 13 and Joseph Chavez on the 21. On a 4-yard pickup, second down and 6.
Brings us to 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard line. Suey's a tough dude. He was limping about 3 plays ago. And right now, I mean, he's showing no signs of any wound. Not that I can see. He took a big hit rolling to his right in that almost third down conversion. Here he is from the center. A little bit of movement from Folsom. Didn't matter. Handoff to Greer. Picks up 6 yards very quickly. 6 or 7, actually. Excuse me. And that's good for a Spartan first down. 1 minute to play here in the third. As the Spartans are marching down the field, thanks to the resilience of Greer and the perseverance of Suey playing through what appears to be a little bit of a foot injury right now, as they are on the Folsom 26-yard line. 40 seconds left. First down. Here we go. From the gun. It's a fake to Greer. Suey takes it himself, runs 3 yards before he's met by number 4, R.J. Witten. That brings up 2nd and 6.
Second down and 7.
This is a grind of a drive here. They are just 6 seconds left, and they're probably going to let this go down at the end of the first. Nope, they hand it off instead to Greer. As he stays on his feet, he's still going, still moving before he spins out of bounds. And that horn sounds the end of the third quarter as we move into the final quarter of football tonight, as De La Salle hopefully makes a big play here to close the gap. 17-7, Folsom beating De La Salle. We'll be right back after the break.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for listening in to Game Mike. Action should resume as soon as your broadcaster is ready to go. This is Game Mike.
Hey everyone, this is Chris Rivas, co-founder of Game Mike. Thank you for listening in. Game Mike was built so any school, any program, any sport, anytime can create a live audio broadcast. We believe audio brings moments to life. Download Game Mike today in the app and Google Play Store. Game Mike.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter begins. De La Salle again knocking on the door at Folsom's 15-yard line. I just did my best Joey Chestnut impersonation, doing whatever I can to scarf down a hot dog in a minute. I was so hungry. As we move to 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Suey under center. Two-back set, hands it off to Greer, moving to his right, tries to stiff arm an edge rush, but fails as he's met by a handful more Bulldogs. No gain on the play. Clock continues to run. That's got to work in De La Salle's favor. Controlling the game, breaking teams down, one run at a time, getting stronger as the game goes on. That has to be just in every stitch of this program. And it's clearly this has been a long drive. This defense has been on the field for quite some time. I'm sure they're begging for a stop at some point and for Austin Mack to take his sweet time too to get a breather. 2nd and 10 from the 15. There's Greer. It's a toss, but he's met by number 4, R.J. Witten, very early. Witten saw right through that toss play, made a great play. Loss of about 2 yards, brings up 3rd down and 13. Pardon that heckle from the fan. I believe he was telling someone he enjoyed how they played. That's not what he said. 3rd and 13.
2-yard loss on the play.
After a 2-yard loss, and a tackle made by Witten. We got trips left. Flanagan trotting out there. I haven't heard from him in a second. He's with Santiago and Journey McCoy. Sui looking right at him. Flanagan makes the catch, and that's good for a first down. Makes a catch around the middle of the field. Takes him to the 5-yard line. Just in time. And that's 1st and 10, Spartans. Oh, wait a minute. No. They just marked him short. He's a yard short. It is 4th and less than 1. It's a new spot by this ref. It's 4th and 1, less than 1. Offense is on the field. But I guess we'll have to wait because a timeout was called by Folsom. They want to look things over. They're not sure. I wouldn't be sure either. I wasn't even sure that was a 4th down. Interesting move by the ref there. It looked like he had the first down and then perhaps he was brought back just a yard short. Maybe he went back in his own power. Regardless, we got 4th and 1 after a big welcome back play from the star tight end, Cooper Flanagan. But it's been a quiet game for the De La Salle passing offense, that is. I'm sure that free safety and strong safety are getting a little cold back there, but they might be getting their money's worth in a second here. Fourth and less than 1. Offense is on the field. Sui is under center, and he just brushes it himself, and it looks like he got it. Got more than enough. Wow. Brings it up to the 3-yard line after a gain of about 2 or 3. So it looks like we got 1st and goal from around the 3-yard line. After a great play by Sui, battle tested on this very long drive. We got a double back set with Blanche and Greer. Sui's talking things over with Derek Thompson from the center. Hands it off to Greer. Greer piles his way in. It looks like no signal yet. Looks like he's short at the half-yard line. Just short. I thought he got in. But I guess not. I guess that's why I'm calling the game and not officiating it. It brings up 2nd and call it a half yard. 2-back set. Here's Sui from under center. Just rushes himself. It looks like he got it. Touchdown, Spartans. Carson Sui just held that drive together by his willpower as he closes it up with a run of his own. Adding 6 more on the board. Right now it is 17-13 as Spencer Bryan comes on to attempt the point after. There's a snap, a hold, and the kick. crushed it. Kick is good. 17-14. Folsom winning by 3. 8 minutes left. Really long drive. We'll call that almost a quarter-length drive. As it was all Greer, Blanche, and Suey. Big play made by Flanagan near the end. But there's that De La Salle running game that's just going to just wear you down. Long defensive stand there for Folsom. Let's see if Matt can come on the field and give him a breather. The last thing you want right now if you're Folsom is a quick 3 and out, because these guys literally just went the length of the field and took almost a quarter of the time, I'd say. Yeah, probably almost 15 minutes. As we have Flores and Carrillo back to receive. Brian doing his routine before kickoff. I don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, I don't know if De La Salle has the offensive immediate firepower to come back quickly if Austin Mack blows us up. And here's a kick from Brian. Received by Flores as he takes it past the 10, getting a little bit of green grass in front of him, in front of the 20, 30, approaching the 40, down the sideline before he's pushed out the 50. There's that big play we were talking about. Rico Flores Jr., welcome back after a long break of being on the sideline. Good to have him back as Austin Mack gets to set up shop from the 50-yard line. Oh, it looks like they actually pushed him out at the 45, but still great return from Flores. So as I was saying, I don't know if De La Salle is capable of scoring quickly just based on how they like to slowly grind and run this ball. They need to stop here if they want to score reasonably fast on their own power, which is not that fast. Here's the snap. Handoff to Maxi Parlor as he gains about 1.5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 8 from the 46-yard line. I'm really getting tested tonight with my math ability, folks. I'm not a math guy. The lightning quick arithmetic I have to do will make my mother proud that there is still mathematics in my life and not just sports. Here we go, 2nd and 8 from the right hash, 46-yard line. Mack out of the gun. Looking to add on to his 1 touchdown tonight. Still no picks from him tonight or on the season as a whole. Sets back in the pocket. Doesn't like it. Gets caught up. Escapes. Slides. Takes a hit. I think the coach wants a late hit call. Regardless, it's 3rd down from the line of scrimmage as Mack scrambled the pocket, dodged a big hit, but then got lit up a second later. Brings up 3rd and 10 from the 45. This crowd's starting to get into it, folks. There's the snap in the pocket. He's moving. He's scrambling. Throws it. Barely gets it off. There's all sorts of pressure from the edge rushers. I believe the ref just threw a flag for intentional grounding as Austin Mack tried to get it off before he was brought down by the very lightning quick John Archidocino. Not in time, as it was indeed intentional grounding, bring up 4th down from the 35. And it looks like the punt team is coming back onto the field. If this is indeed a real punt, not a fake, of course. This was not what Folsom needed to do in the best interest of their defense after a really long drive from De La Salle possession before. Could have thrown him a bone by giving him a little bit longer of a break, but here we are. There's the snap. Here's the kick. Oh, almost blocked for De La Salle. Not his best kick tonight from Tremaine. As it gets to about the 50, where De La Salle will start at the 50-yard line with 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, folks. This is what we're talking about. Crowd's starting to get into it. The band's fired up. The sideline over here, De La Salle, is very lively. And it's quiet over there at Folsom. They need a big play here, a big stop. Because the momentum right now is all with the Spartans. Here we go. Suey from under center at the 50. Hands it off to Greer. He's still on his feet. Spins out to the left. Hard to bring down after shaking off multiple Bulldogs. That's a gain of 11 yards before he's pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. I mean, it has been all Greer this second half. All Greer. It's just cleaning people out and brings up a nice first down. That was a really good play by the O-line. Let's give credit where credit is due. They made a huge hole. I believe that's number 53. Yep, that was Tommy Rainsford, 53, made a huge hole. Here's Greer. First down again. Another big run, this time to the right side. They are moving, folks. The horses are charging, and the stampede is real. Sparta moves as one, as this whole O-line is fired up right now. Derek Thompson smacked Greer on the head. He's fired up to be back. Now they're in sync. Now the run game is moving. Clock is still going. This is exactly what De La Salle needs right now. Keep this clock going. Keep the momentum going. Keep Greer pounding. And this O-line's doing its thing. 1st and 10. Hand off to Greer to the right. Another big hole. Big block from Thompson. Before Greer cuts back and is met by a plethora of Bulldogs. There's a Bulldog on the field right now. It's number 8, Diallo Washington. Oh, he's holding onto his knee. Looks like he's in a bit of pain here as the medical team comes out. Hope it's nothing super serious. He's been playing great all game. Washington clogging up the inside, making it hard for things to happen in the first half, definitely. But big play by the O-line. Big plays back and forth, really. I mean, they've kind of just been cleaning guys out. As I said, it was Rainsford 2 plays ago. It was Thompson right there. As Diallo Washington walks away on his own power. Good for him. Trots to the sideline. Sets up a 2nd and 6. De La Salle is moving this football. We are at the 26-yard line. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. The clock stopped for injury. It looks like it's going to get back going again. It is. Running clock. As this crowd is coming to life once more. Approaching reasonable field goal range, too, for Brian based off his PATs. Here's the snap. It's a quick handoff. He's met. That's Greer. He's met very, very quickly by a pack of Bulldogs. That's number 20. Excuse me, number 21, Chavez again. My goodness. Reminds me of Earl Thomas, Seattle. I did not like that Seattle team, but they were good and respectable. I'm a Niners guy. Chavez looks like Earl Thomas out there, just flying, making big plays all over the field. Props to him. Brings up 3rd and 5. 25, call it 25-yard line. Suey from the gun. Blanche motions to the right. Handoff to Greer. Finds a couple of guys. He shakes off. A big hole opened up. That's good for about 12 yards. Charles Greer. Remember the name. I mean, the guy has been killing it the second half. Huge hole by the O-line. Not forgetting about you guys in the line in the trenches. Big run yet again by Charles Greer. Tedford, again, you're going to love this guy. He's a grinder. Late in the game, he's still going. If you're listening, Jeff Tedford. First down, Spartans. From the 11-yard line. You want to think that kicker Spencer Bryan is getting loose. I mean, reasonably, you want to tie this up if you don't get anything here. Hands off to Greer. Oh, it's a fake. It's still Suey as he's on his feet. Dive to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Spartans. What a play. Late flag comes in. There's a flag on the field. There's a Bulldog on the field on the ground, too. Let's see what the call is. Assuming it's on the defense. Great play by Suey. Faked the whole front seven and took it himself. Faked to Greer, ran 7 yards to his left, made a cut to his right, dove to the end zone. Still waiting on this call. I believe it's on the defense. I mean, the kicking unit's out there. No one's stopping them. Oh, he picked up his flag. Nope, he did not. It is unsportsmanlike conduct enforcing the kickoff. But the score happened. As De La Salle takes the lead 20-17, here is Spencer Bryan to make it there's movement. A lot of movement before the snap. Three minutes, 42 seconds to go. A lot of movement on both sides. False start on the offense, making this a little bit harder of a PAT to make it a 4-point game. This looks to be about we'll call it 32-yard PAT. Yeah. More delay. Ref's on the field. Doesn't like something. He's walking off now. Here it is. Here's the snap, the hold. Oh, it's blocked. It's blocked. Remains a 3-point game. The PAT was blocked. Huge play by number 20 of Folsom Bulldogs. Excuse me. I believe that was, I don't even know who that was. It was a whole bunch of Bulldogs in there. Kick was blocked. Didn't really have a chance. 20-17 still makes it a 3-point game. Folks, we saw kicker Jake Tremaine of Folsom knock down a field goal earlier this game. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think it might come back to him. He's got to stay loose on that sideline. Very, very, very costly miss as the O-line seemed to collapse and a whole bunch of Bulldogs came through on that block. Now the enforcement of the penalty, unsportsmanlike penalty from the touchdown, is coming into play here as Spencer Bryan is kicking it from his 25-yard line. So this could change things for the Bulldogs here. Could set them up with the drive they want with 3 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the game. I'm assuming they want to just ice this out if possible. I mean, you couldn't have wrote it better, folks. It's going to come down to the last drive, I'd say. For anyone not listening, I don't know why you wouldn't. I have the best voice in sports. Here's the kick. It's up. It's a bit of a pooch to about the 20. That is Greco Carrillo to receive. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's still going down the sideline. He's got a few blockers down the sideline. That's Bryan finally makes a stop, pushes him out of bounds. Wow. What a shift in momentum, folks. Big play from Greco Carrillo, taking their return all the way down to the De La Salle 30. And just like that, this crowd is silent and somewhat nervous as Austin Mack trots onto the field. Oh, wait a minute. Late flag comes in. Really late flag. Just a second. They're taken back about 20 yards to the 50. Still good field position relatively, but not starting to drive in field goal range anymore with a given. after the hold. Here we go. Austin Mack from the gun, from the 50. 3 minutes, 31 seconds left. Fourth quarter football. This